Thanks for joining us today. We're so excited to have you all on our Zoom meeting. My name is Kristen Levere. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, and we are part of a movement that is truly revolutionizing how we live, work, and play. Just so you know a little bit more about me and my background, I was born and raised in Las Vegas, and I graduated from high school and went to college, and I got my degree, thank goodness. And then I moved back to Las Vegas and could not find a job in the field that I had studied in. And so what I ended up doing was waiting tables to start paying off my student debt. I chose that job to be a transitional job. However, as many of you have seen this probably multiple times in your lives, 7 years later, I was still waiting tables. I was nowhere closer to getting a job in the field that I had studied in. As a matter of fact, I was working 2 full-time jobs on the Las Vegas Strip waiting tables. And so looking back, I didn't realize it at the time, but looking back, I think a lot of times we justify by saying we don't want more, but it's just because we don't know a better way. Like, we don't believe we can go get more. And I only knew what I knew, and so I thought I was doing well. But what I found was this incredible group of people and this incredible concept that kind of disturbed me and shook me out of what I was used to and introduced me to a smarter and better way to work, a way where I could make more money, have more freedom, have more flexibility, and at the same time be contributing to a greater good and making a huge social impact, which is very important to me as well. And so I got started with this group of people, and it has dramatically changed my life in so many ways. It's actually been 7 years, ironically enough. And I think back and I'm like, man, 7 years of waiting tables just got me more and more in debt and more unsatisfied and unhappy with my life. And now 7 years of being involved with what we're doing, being a part of this movement, I wake up every single day excited. I go to sleep every single day satisfied, feeling like I've done everything I could today. I've had a great day, a productive day. And so it's a very different feeling now, enjoying every moment of every day instead of just trying to get through the parts of the day that you don't like so that you can enjoy the 1 or 2 hours of freedom that you have. It's the exact opposite. It's I get to enjoy everything I'm doing and everyone that I'm connecting with. I'm sure you guys have noticed that our culture is shifting, and so it's a really important time to join this movement. I started 7 years ago, but now is the best time. What you're beginning to find is that people want to work in ways that fit with their lives and their missions. That's becoming more and more important to us. And so we're willing to let go of traditional methods of making money and maybe ways that our parents or grandparents taught us. And we're willing to kind of explore our options and find out that there's more that I can offer. This same girl can take these same skills and talents and abilities and just apply them to the world in a different way and get completely different results. You're noticing that many of the traditional businesses are closing, and that is because we as a culture are shifting from the industrial age to the information age. And that's because we have the internet. We just have access to so much information and so many more possibilities that there's no reason why we should limit ourselves. And so this is a really exciting time for people. For some people, it's scary. For the people that are used to the traditional methods of living, it can be frightening, and I understand why. But for those that are willing to embrace change and ignite in themselves a spirit to do something new, this can be a really great time, a very liberating time for a lot of people, because we're taking the future of work into our own hands. And you see this with so many companies are coming out of this movement. You see Uber. Uber doesn't even own any cars, but people are using their own cars in their own time and driving people around, and everyone's making money. You see Airbnb. They don't own a single property, but they're the #1 lodging company. So the traditional businesses are going away, and what you're finding is there are these new collaborations where companies are saying, hey, let's partner with our customers. Let's partner with the people that are out there, do everything referral based, and kind of redistribute the wealth. Like, they really are doing that. They're sharing the wealth with people. What's come out of this shift is that we're doing a lot of different things. People are trying a lot of different things, and the places that we're going and the people that we're meeting and the connections that we're getting and the new things that we're even discovering about what's possible for ourselves, you know, what we're capable of, it really is changing the way that we live. We're living the way we want, we're doing the things we want, and we're making as much money as we want. Paul Zane Pilsner, who was a White House economist, predicted that by the year 2020, which is just 2 more years from now, that more than half of the US workforce will be participating in this shift. If you haven't thought of joining this movement, or maybe you weren't aware of it, how much longer can you afford to wait? You can stand by and watch it happen, or you can partner with the community and be a part of this movement as it's happening. Now, I run into this a lot, and the reason that I like to share this with people is because this is kind of how I felt when I first thought about leaving the restaurant industry and what that would look like for me, because I was so comfortable. A lot of people list self-doubt and fear of failure as the main reasons that they don't go out and launch on their own. I hear all the time, especially in the restaurant world, oh, I want to start this company, or oh, I have this great idea. Everyone has all these great ideas and these different ways to serve the world. And 9.9 times out of 10, they never go pursue those passions, and they never go push those ideas because they don't feel like they can do it, or they have a fear that they're gonna fail. But the good news is, if you're feeling these fears, you're not alone. That's very, very common. And so what we've done is we've really found a way to remove a lot of that risk that used to be associated with taking control of your career. I was nervous to leave the restaurant industry because I was comfortable in it, not because I wanted to continue being a waitress and pouring water and picking up dirty plates. And so when I found this community and I was introduced to these concepts, it gave me a peace of mind, because I thought, I can't really fail. It's already proven. A lot of that risk was taken away because I was partnering with people that were guiding me and coaching me and mentoring me. We've done this by collaborating with several successful entrepreneurs and companies, and we've discovered a way to take advantage of the timing and the trends of today.
For most of us, life's journey follows a familiar path. We're born, we go to school, we graduate, we go to a more expensive school, we graduate again, we get a job, buy a car, get married, start a family, buy a different car. But no matter who you are or what your current situation is, most people want something more. More time, more money, more out of life, just more. But most people don't know how to go about getting it. Well, the answer is a lot closer than you think. Right now, someone is buying these with this, preparing this for dinner, posting a picture of him online, or totally watching the scariest movie ever with them. It's all possible thanks to the essential services we use every day. Now, just imagine if you got paid every time someone used any one of these services. Without changing anything you're doing today, you can build your very own business. A business that's as flexible as you need it to be. Work where you want, when you want, and at your own pace. And most importantly, you determine what you're worth, rather than letting someone else do it for you. Ready to take back control of your life? Well, what are you waiting for?
So we are excited to introduce you to a better way to begin building an asset with a very low startup cost and without losing the security of your full-time job. We're affiliated with a company called ACN. I was introduced to this company 7 years ago, and it has impacted me in ways that I cannot even explain. It has completely changed my life, not just financially, but because, like I mentioned, we are part of a movement, and we are part of such a strong community and culture. It has truly made me re-energized and re-excited every day. There's some great websites where you can check out this company. acninc.com is their corporate site. If you're a fact finder like me, like if you're very analytical and you want to know everything, whoisacn.com is an incredible website that goes into detail of the press release and the history of this company. But just in a nutshell, this company started in 1993, and since then it's grown into 25 countries on 4 continents, and they're earning currently over 800 million in revenue and growing, with millions of customers acquired worldwide. So ACN is the world's largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy, and other essential services. So keep in mind, there are tons of plans and strategies and concepts out there that exist that you can make money and you can do your little side hustle. But I feel really, really confident moving forward that I'm partnered with the world's largest direct seller of telecommunications and energy and other essential services. They hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. It was a no-brainer once we saw this company as a community, because everything's already in place for us. So if you're going to take advantage of a company, or if you're going to work with someone, wouldn't you want to work with the best of the best? Wouldn't you want to work with the largest? And so that's what we've done. And all we simply do is refer people to these residential and business services, wireless. Everybody has a cell phone. As a matter of fact, in my house alone, we have 7 cell phones. That's insane. We have energy, high-speed internet, security and automation, television and digital phone service, and payment processing. These are all of the top industries in the world. The 5 top industries are, number 5 is coffee, which is a $60 billion industry. Can't live without it. Number 4 is cell phones, which is a $240 billion industry. We get paid for referring people to Verizon and Sprint through our reseller Flash Wireless. The number 3 top industry is health and wellness, and that is a $300 billion industry. The second top industry is energy. That's a $600 billion industry, you guys. When are you going to pay off your power bill? This is something that we can't live without. When are you going to pay off your gas bill? We're always going to have those. And then the number 1 industry is payment processing, which is a $7 trillion industry. We can actually accept credit cards on our phones now. That's how ridiculous it's gotten. So when you're referring people to things that they already use and love and pretty much need. I'm addicted to my internet. Like, I can't function without data or Wi-Fi. It's really simple to be able to refer them not only to these top industries that they're already familiar with, but also these top companies that they're already familiar with and probably have already heard of. On top of that, we're working on a very powerful program called Project Feeding Kids, where every time we set up accounts for these companies through our platform, meals are actually donated to Feeding America to go into their child feeding programs. This is very powerful. Over the last 4 years, we've been able to create over 10 million meals. So if you want to be a part of something huge that's making a ridiculous impact, and at the same time, so simple that everyone literally in the United States can participate and be a part of the solution, Project Feeding Kids is the smartest way that I found that we can just make a huge dent in this epidemic that's happening. We also have referral programs like Strive for 5. So I pay $2.28 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data on the Verizon network. So I want you to think about that. I pay less than $30 a year for my cell phone. And that's simply because I've referred 5 other people to Flash Wireless, lowered their bill, now they're helping feed children, and because of that, Flash credits my account every single month. It's not hard to refer people to these companies, to these industries, and with the referral programs and the promotions that we have, these companies pay us bonuses and monthly commissions to bring them customers. So what they found is that word of mouth marketing is 90% more effective, but it costs the company 66% less. So a lot of times people will ask me, well, why in the world would DirecTV or Dish TV or Vivint pay a waitress to bring them customers when they have commercials and they have mailers and they have internet ads and sponsored ads? And the truth of the matter is that me referring my mom or my sister or my coworker to Vivint is 90% more effective than all of this money that they're dumping into all of these ads that may or may not work. And so it makes more sense for these companies to say, hey, well, Kristen, why don't you go get me a customer for free? And because of that, I'm going to give your customer a little savings. I'm going to give them some additional promotions. And at the same time, I'm going to pay you the marketing commissions for it. So it's really awesome. It's just exactly what a lot of companies are doing, like Uber and all these other companies where they're paying us to do the work. So we're able to earn monthly commissions on our personal referrals. We can earn up to 10% of all of the accounts that we refer to these different companies. This gives us the ability to create residual income. Now, this is important to note because I didn't know what residual income was. I was a waitress. So what I was conditioned to is, okay, if I want to make money, then I go into this restaurant, I wait on tables, I make money, and then I go buy something and I spend that money. And oh, now I need more money. I guess I better go into the restaurant again and work again. So I was conditioned to make linear income. That's all that I knew. I wasn't aware that there was such a thing as passive income. Even a lot of these companies that exist where you're able to be your own boss, like Uber and Airbnb, those are still linear income. If I want to make money, I have to drive someone from point A to point B. I make that money, I spend it, I need to drive someone else the next day. So every day I'm starting at zero. With these accounts, when are you going to stop paying your cell phone bill? When are you going to stop paying your energy bill, your TV bill, your security bill? These are things that we unconsciously pay every single month. And you get a commission every single month that these bills are being paid. So I have customers from 7 years ago that took me 15 minutes to refer them to a company, get them all set up. They're super happy because they're saving money. It's almost like Expedia. They feel good about supporting me. I'm excited because now I've built a little bit of extra income, gotten some bonuses from it. But month after month after month, for the lifetime of that customer, I've been receiving these commissions on these accounts. So when you get new accounts, it just adds on top of each other. So you're able to truly give yourself raises every single month just by referring more people to more companies. So you're able to create residual income. There are no monthly quotas. There are no maintenance fees. And there's no inventory. Everything is done online or over the phone with an operator. So once again, I also don't need to know all the packages and the pricing. I just need to know where to send people and how to connect them with these companies. We're also able to earn monthly commissions on our team's referrals. They've created a profit sharing system that's very similar to what they do in insurance or mortgages or real estate. They have a similar setup. So we're able to get paid down 7 levels of referrals. When I got licensed with ACN, it just made so much sense to me and I got really excited about it. And I knew a couple other people that were looking for smarter ways to make money, or maybe they just needed a little bit of extra money for some particular project or vacation or whatever it was. So all I did was I just shared with them the concept. I introduced them to our community and it made a lot of sense for them. They got licensed as well. So what this company does is they actually pay you a tiny little portion of the referrals that the team that you develop makes as well. You don't have to build a team. I recommend it because there are a lot of people out there that are looking. They're looking for extra money. They're looking for retirement. They're looking for all these different ways that they can contribute. So I recommend sharing this with people. But the company uses a hypothetical to kind of share with you the power of why it's better to work together instead of alone. If I just introduced 2 people to ACN and they just introduced 2 people, let's say it took 7 years. My first year, 2 people. My second year, those 2 people just shared this with 2 people and got them started. You get up to 8% on your team's customers. So assuming every person on the team refers 5 customers with an average monthly bill of $30, that would be a $2,000 monthly residual check. That would be 1,270 customers you're getting a little tiny bit of the commission on every single month that they're paying their bills. Now, this is really important, guys, because $500, $2,000, $5,000 might not sound like a lot of money to someone, but I want you to think about this. These are monthly commissions based on work that you've already done that now you're getting paid on every single month. So let's say it was $500. Would an extra $500 just dropping into your bank account because people are paying their energy bills every single month, would that take a little bit of stress away from you? Would that give you a little bit of financial relief and make you feel a little more comfortable every month, knowing that no matter what happens, I at least have that $500 coming in, I could feed my children? That is the power of residual income. That is the power of working with other people. There's no such thing as a self-made millionaire. It takes a whole community. It takes a whole group of people to accomplish something significant. And so if you want to build a team, if you've been thinking about what are ways that I can partner with the people that I care about and we can create something significant, something that has really unlimited income potential, this is the best method. And guess what? ACN's really smart. They don't limit you to only introducing 2 people. I've actually introduced 4 on my first level, and then it's grown out from there. So you're not limited to how many people that you can introduce and earn the commissions on, which is a very exciting position to be in, especially if you're someone that values your efforts, if you value your work. This is a great model where you can go get what you're worth. They also have earned positions and customer acquisition bonuses, and these are a part of the leadership process with this company. So if you decide you do want to build a team and become a strong leader, they'll actually pay you for helping to train and develop that team. We have a bonus this month where if you get started and you hit that executive team trainer position in your first 30 days, the company actually gives you a $500 bonus. So what they're doing is they're saying, hey, we see that you're working and we value your work and we want to reward that. Guess how many bonuses I got waiting tables? Correct, 0. And so I was excited. I actually, because of these bonuses that the company pays, when I first got started, I made $3,500 just in my first month. So it can be very lucrative for you depending on how many seeds you want to plant, how many people you want to talk to. Team coordinator is the position I currently hold. As you can see, the bonuses triple with every single position that you hit. That's important to note because as you do the same thing over and over and you help more people become profitable in their lives, then the company pays you more and more and more as that customer base gets larger for doing the same exact thing. That's very, very important. You don't have to wait for someone to die to get a raise or to get promoted to the next level. You don't have to wait till you go golfing with the boss. It's based on your own ability to refer people to these businesses and to generate these accounts, and you get promoted to the next levels. There are even more positions that are higher pay: regional director, regional vice president, senior vice president. We have so many leaders at this level that really pour into all of us and help us push toward those levels. I don't know how you feel about money. I don't know how you feel about what you're capable of, but just know that there's a lot that's available for you. If you're willing to just work with the right people and do the right things, you can accomplish more than you can even dream. There's a saying that says, my reality is better than my dreams. And it sounds cheesy, but it's true. When you are in alignment and you're doing the right things, your actual reality, your day-to-day life can be better than anything you ever dreamed it could be. Of course, it takes working, and it takes doing the right things with the right people at the right time. And so know that there's training and support. We have local, regional, and international trainings, online business and support systems that equip you to maximize your earning potential. So you're in business for yourself, but you're never in business by yourself. So what's the catch? I also get this question. So let's go through this scenario here. The customers win. Everyone we refer to these companies win because they save money and they get special promotions. So they're getting more for their money than they would have gotten if they went directly to the company. These companies that we're referring business to win because they're saving a ton of money acquiring and maintaining these accounts. Children in our area win because they're fed simply by redirecting the spending that's already happening. So you don't have to donate any additional money. You don't have to volunteer any additional time. Simply by spending smarter, we're able to make a difference for these children. ACN wins. They've been able to expand exponentially into 25 countries on 4 different continents and more. We're going into Colombia. We're going into so many new countries continually. They're opening up new countries. And we as independent business owners win as well because we're able to save money on all the services that we're using anyway. We're able to make money on all of the services that we're using anyway. It's a great tax shelter for us. And we're able to make a huge social impact and contribute to a greater cause. So it's very exciting. I am very proud because this simple and smart concept is designed to benefit everyone involved. There truly is no catch. I've been doing this for 7 years. There is no catch. That's why they've had an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau for 25 years. So we focus on building a customer base. ACN takes care of everything for us. This is why I was able to build a substantial income while I was working 2 full-time jobs waitressing on the Las Vegas Strip. Because all I had to do was take the people I know and give them a better way to make money and give them a better way to get their services. ACN takes care of the rest. They handle our licensing. They handle all the payroll and tax paperwork. They develop the infrastructure. They host and update our online stores and marketing tools for us. I don't sit around my house making flyers all day for these companies. It's all provided for us for free. You don't have to pay for it. They handle the global expansion and opening up in these new countries. They handle all of our training. They handle all of the customer service. Nobody calls me if the power goes out. They handle our independent business owner support, and they maintain and expand our portfolio of business and residential services. They're always partnering with new companies, and we're always part of the next big thing. And they handle all of that for us. So we know that we've not only had a solid company for the last 25 years, but we're partnered with a solid company that's going to continue to grow with the times for the next 25 years as well. This is something long-term that we can develop. When you hold an ACN license, it gives you the ability to refer customers and build teams in all 25 countries and all 50 states. So one ACN license allows you to operate in every industry for every country in every region that they're available. The ACN license application fee is $499, and what that does is it sets up your online business. It's a very simple process. It takes about 5 minutes to do that online. Immediately, they give you a business ID number, and you're able to start referring people to these companies and earning these commissions and bonuses. We also have an annual licensing renewal. That's $149 a year. And what this does is it maintains our licensing. Your position is willable and sellable. You are truly developing an asset. And if something unfortunately were to happen to you, your position and all that monthly income that you've built will now be passed on to your next of kin. And you're also able to sell it as well. So this is a true asset. You truly are getting licensed to develop an asset that you can pass on and create generational income for your family.
Keeps it giving, not even close to the end. It's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah. And that's good. I won't even worry anymore. Took all my cares, took and kicked them all out the door. Go on and try, come and tell me what you waiting for. Move, keep going till your life is overflowing, yeah. I do a dance of victory. Sound living good, though I'm not living like I used to be. I talk about things, talk about my mind. Now I'm standing up on top of the world tonight. And everything's working out just right. While the world is spinning, it's a brand new beginning, and I'm proud to win. Hey, so take it up, take it over, take it out of control. Today I'm free my soul, and now you got to sing it.
So just know that our leadership and our support system will guide you every step of the way. You truly are able to earn your freedom, and you can do it with this community. We are like a very tight-knit family. We're invested in each other's future. We're invested in each other's success. And it truly is a different feeling when you're with people and you go to places where you're celebrated instead of tolerated. I can't even think of one time when I walked into the restaurant and people are like, yay, Kristen's here. You know, that doesn't happen usually when you go to work. Every time I go to an event or I'm around this community of people that are so positive and focused and driven and hungry, and it's just such a great culture. It's just such a great community to be a part of. And it really is liberating to know that, gosh, I don't have to figure this all out on my own. I don't have to live life by myself, grinding every single day, day to day, waiting tables in this dog-eat-dog competitive world. There are better opportunities for me. There are better places that I can go. There are better people that I can be associated with, that I can learn more from. And then there are better ways that I can contribute to the world. And once you find that community, and once you find that path that makes the most sense to you, and that really gives you a strong sense of, I'm doing something important and I'm doing something powerful, that peace of mind and that feeling is unexplainable. It's just something that you have to work toward and discover within yourself. I really believe that this is the best plan that exists. This is the best company that we could possibly be partnered with. And these are the best people on planet Earth that we're working with. And it is very rewarding. So there are 3 different types of people that we're introduced to and that we connect with. Number one, if you're like me and you see this as what you've been looking for, and you're ready to redefine what it means to work and how you live, work, and play, get started, get licensed, get a hold of the person that asked you to come onto our meeting, and just let them know, yes, I want to be a part of what's happening right now. And if you're worried about the money or the startup cost, or if you're worried about any of the aspects of it, let them know, because we've been doing this for a very, very long time, and there are things that we can do and ways that we can be resourceful and problem solve and troubleshoot for people to help them, because a lot of times people feel in their heart, this is the right thing, this is something that I want to be a part of, but they have all these superficial things that they're afraid of. And so just know that we've experienced all of that. And so you're not alone. We'll help you circumvent that. We'll help you work around it so you can start building something with longevity and something with substance for your family. Second type of person that we connect with says, you know what, the timing is not right for me. I'm not really interested in getting licensed, but I would love to be a customer. I would love to help feed children. I would love to take advantage of these promotions. And I would love to support you, my friend who's out there doing something significant in a world where a lot of people just kind of go through day to day, I think it's important that we support each other in decisions that we're making to advance ourselves in life and to progress in life. If you're ready to become a customer or take advantage of one of these promotions from these companies, let the person that introduced you know. They'll hook you up with them and get you taken care of. I promise you, you will be extremely happy with the services. As a matter of fact, I have a lot of customers that once they go through the customer process, they end up actually getting licensed. So they're like, that was so easy. This is wonderful. And so they actually end up becoming a team member. So become a happy customer, help us feed children, and help support your friend. The last type of person we connect with, maybe the timing's not right to get licensed, maybe they don't have their own services that they can do right now, or maybe you're still in contract, so you're unable to redirect that to another company. That's fine. A huge thing you can do for us and for the person that invited you onto this is just promote, spread the word that there's a better way to get your services. There's a better platform that's doing a lot of good, and it's helping us feed children. And we would, now that you know what we're doing and why we as a community are doing it, we would really, really appreciate it if you could just send us referrals, down the road as you're talking to people or you hear people that need something. Just send them our way, whether they're looking for an actual income opportunity or whether they just are sick of their cell phone provider or they're sick of their TV provider. Send them the person that introduced you. We are ecstatic about where this community is going. We're so proud to be a part of this movement. We're very, very passionate about the future and what that could look like for all of us that are taking advantage of this system and that are a part of this group. So we really want you to join the movement that is revolutionizing how we live, work, and play. We'd love to welcome you into our family. Next week, we will actually have about a 1 hour and 15-minute training that goes through how we develop a team and different ways that we're able to refer people to these services. And so if you would like to join us next week, it's the same time, same place, we'd love to have you. We're also doing this presentation again. So if you have someone that you'd like to introduce to us, introduce them to this community to see what we're about and who we are, we'd love to have them on as well. So everyone, have a safe and wonderful Memorial Day weekend. And thank you for joining us today.